Hey, what's up, guys? So, something interesting happened tonight, and it made me start thinking about this video here. Um, as most of you guys know, during the day, I have a part time job. I work at a golf course, and my boss has been really, really cool and letting me spend the night in my van, obviously, on the property. And we joke around a lot, and we say, that I'm golf course security, just joking around. Well, I was standing outside my van and I hear a lady screaming, and she says, "You gotta be effing kidding me. Get the F out of here." And I'm like, holy shit, so I walk over that way, and I walk over towards the houses, and all of a sudden now sirens are going nuts, and I see the lights off in the distance, and I'm looking through the houses and stuff like that. So then I walk up the hill a little bit further and walk down. Now I'm actually physically on the golf course, and I'm walking down, I'm looking out towards the road the other way, and there's all the police cars, and here comes some more, and here comes some more, and here comes some more. I'm like, holy crap, man, what in the world is going on? So I come back to the van, and about 15 minutes later, all of a sudden, over the hill, I see a flashlight, I see a police officer, I see a dog, and so they got the canine out, and he starts walking closer and closer and closer, and I don't want him like pulling out his gun on me and stuff, so or sending the dog on me, for that matter. So I put my hands up, and I'm like, hey, 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 I said, I'm golf course security. I said, are you looking for somebody? And he said, yes. And I was like, okay. And he was like, there was just a stabbing around the corner from here. And have you seen anybody? And I was like, no, I've been outside the whole time. I heard the lady yelling, and I haven't seen anybody come through here. I said, the dogs, few houses down the other direction were going nuts, but it's probably just because of the noise, because of all the police cars. So he went that way, and I'm standing there, and I'm like, oh my God, like freaking out. So then I get a text message from one of the guys I work with at the golf course, and he's like, dude, this police scanner's going nuts, man. Police scanner's going nuts. There's a stabbing over there by the golf course. Are you at the golf course? I'm like, yeah. I said, dude, K9 just stopped, and I was just talking with him. And so then I was texting one of the other guys, the assistant, and I was telling him what was going on. And yeah, man, talking about crazy. So then they break out the helicopter. So the helicopter's flying around, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, these guys are going to see me with their infrared camera up there in the helicopter and think I'm like, I'm the dude like hiding out in a van or something. But so anyway, so it started making me think about, safety in a van. And I know there's going to be people out there that have different ways to protect themselves. Obviously, I've seen people with a baseball bat. I've seen people with knives. I've seen people with tasers. I've seen people with stuff like that. Me personally, I have a concealed carry here in Virginia, so I can physically carry my gun with me no matter what, no matter where I am in Virginia. But it also works out really well for me, because the state of Virginia, when you get a concealed carry in the state of Virginia, you can carry that in several other states while you're traveling. Obviously, you have to look up, the laws in that city or in that state or whatever. but there's certain states that I can't go in with my gun, or anything like that. But yeah, just this little incident here, made me think, and I'm like, okay, so this guy stabbed somebody a couple streets over or right around the corner. And I'm like, okay, well, if he comes over here to the golf course, I'm golf course security, and I have a gun, I have a knife, but I'm legally allowed to carry a gun. So, I mean, if the guy tried to, come into the van or something like that, like, what would my options be at that point in time? Me personally, I don't want to shoot anybody. I would never want to harm another person in that way. I wouldn't want to kill somebody. But knowing that he has a knife, now granted, a knife, even somebody with a knife goes against somebody with a gun. If the person with the gun doesn't want to use it, then the person with the knife's going to win. So I would have to be put into a place where, what do I do? Do I want this guy stabbing me? Or do I shoot this person? To answer that question, I would definitely shoot the person if my life was in danger. So when I was a teenager, I had an incident. I had a couple guys pull a gun on me and pointed the gun straight at my head. And guy pulled the trigger. Thankfully, the gun jammed. And his little partner sat there and he's like, shoot him, shoot him. He said, the gun jammed, the gun jammed. So then the other guy on the other side, he said, give me the gun, give me the gun. So when the guy passed the gun over top of the car, I took off. But yeah, so from that moment on, I told myself as an adult, when I was able to legally be able to carry a gun, that I was going to carry a gun. And I would be dead right now. I wouldn't be here. Y'all wouldn't have this nomadic sporadic. Y'all wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be here, man, if that gun wouldn't have jammed. But it's just so crazy, man, because back in our day, it was, you fought with your fists. And nowadays you got to worry about people pulling guns on you. So that was just a rare situation back then, being a teenager and having a gun pulled on you. And literally having the gun pointed at your head. And the guy pulled the trigger and the gun honestly 100% jammed. And he passed it over the hood of the car to the other guy. And your life flashes in front of your face. But yeah, that was crazy. And I told myself, I said, when I get older and I'm able to get a gun and legally be able to carry a gun, I'm going to carry a gun. Not because I can't fight, but because you don't know what's going on out there in the world of these crazy people out there carrying guns, shooting you over the dumbest crap. So, but yeah, this was pretty crazy, man. I've thought about this before, many times before, but in something like this close to me, like right here, like this, definitely made me start thinking about it. Me and Charlie have been in a situation before, down at the ocean front in Virginia Beach, and we were walking down at the strip, and stuff like that. And we walked past a couple bars and we made the turn. It was not even 15 feet. As soon as when we made that turn around the corner, gunfire started going off. Boom, 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 right in front of this bar that we had just passed, and, yeah, so just crazy shit like that. You got to think, like, if you're going from city to city, state to state, and, there's all kinds of crazy stuff possibly going on. what's your protection? You know, what are you going to do if something really, really crazy happens? Let me know in the comments, man. I would really, really be interested to know what everybody's protection is. Oh, and if anybody wants to know, I carry a subcompact Springfield 40 caliber. So this is my little fella. This is my little fella right here. Subcompact 40 cal. Ain't trying to play around. But anyway, yeah, so let me know in the comments, man, what you guys use for protection while you're in your van or in your school bus or in your RV or whatever it is. All right, man. I'll talk to you guys later. All right, guys. Have a good day. Drive safe.